it's Haley, and today I'm going to be doing my TBR for the Bout of Books 11.0 readathon. So the Bout of Books 11.0 readathon is going to be my second readathon on YouTube, and it takes place from August 18th to the 24th. So let me know down below if you are participating, and also let me know what you're reading, because then we can do this together. We're all in this together. So I have 9 books to share with you guys today that are on my TBR, and all of these are picked from my TBR jar, except for one. But I picked most of them from my TBR jar, which is adorable, and I picked them from here because I'm trying to get my TBR pile down, because it is at like over 100 books right now. I don't want to talk about it. It's a really sore subject. But yeah, I'm not going to waste any time, and let's get into my TBR. And for those of you who are wondering what I'm reading right now, I'm reading Hollowed by Cynthia Hand. This is the second book in the Unearthly trilogy, and it's taking me a really long time to read and get into. I'm on like page 126 and I've been reading it for 3 days. I'm going to finish it today. I have to. So the first book in my TBR pile for this readathon is Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne. This is the Classics Illustrated Deluxe Edition. So I actually haven't read Around the World in 80 Days yet, but it's been on my TBR for a while. So I actually haven't even hauled this yet, so this is a little sneak peek for you guys. But I've been really into graphic novels lately, so I figured getting a classic in a graphic novel form will be awesome. So I don't even really know what Around the World in 80 Days is about, but it sounds like an awesome title. So, and I've heard good things about it. I mean, it's classic, so there must be something good about it for it to be this well known for so long. So I'm excited to see how the graphic novel version of it is. Next I have Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac by Gabrielle Zevin. This book I have been meaning to read for quite a while, and this is about a girl named Naomi, and she hits her head and she ends up forgetting everything and she has to relearn everything, and it's just a really frustrating experience for her. So basically it's about a teenager who gets in an accident. Well, she has an accident, like she falls, and she forgets everything and has to relearn everything. That's kind of the short and sweet of it, but I know Ariel at Ariel Bissett loves this book, so I'm hoping I will feel the same about it. Next I have Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. So this book tells the story of Kath and her twin sister Ren, and they're obsessed with the celebrity named Simon Snow. And it's just kind of a story about independence and just finding yourself and all of those great things. So I read Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell a couple months ago, and I really loved it, and I've heard that people like this one even better, so I am really excited to dive into it. And next I have Entwined by Heather Dixon. This one I also haven't hauled yet, but I got this one from Book Outlet as well because, oh, cover, oh! And I picked this one out of my TBR jar and was pretty excited because I didn't know when I would get to it otherwise. But this is like a fantasy fairy tale book, which sounds really cool, and I think it will just be a great, beautiful story, if the cover is any indication. Next I have Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. So I read Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, and I got this one last month, and I am really excited for it. I've been so into contemporary lately, so this is a perfect pick. And this is the story of Amy and her family friend Roger, and Amy's mother has decided to move them across the country, and Amy's job is to get the car across the country, but she has a fear of driving because her dad died in a car accident. So Roger comes in and he helps her out, and it's just the story of their trip across the country. So it sounds really cute, and road trip books are awesome, so I'm hoping this is no exception. Next I have The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. So this will be my second Neil Gaiman book. I read The Ocean at the End of the Lane. I finished it like 2 days ago, and it was okay, so I'm hoping this one will be better. The synopsis of this book really intrigued me. It's about a guy named Nobody Owens, or Bud, and he was raised in a graveyard by ghosts. So that sounds really awesome, and he has a bunch of adventures in the graveyard, but if he leaves then he's in danger from the person who killed the rest of his family. So that sounds really interesting and just like the recipe for a great story, and I've heard great things about Neil Gaiman, so I'm excited to get into one of his like kind of bigger books. Next I have Animal Farm by George Orwell. So this book is perfect for a readathon. It's only 95 pages long, and I was really excited when I pulled this out. I've been meaning to read it for so long, so this will be the perfect time to read it. And this is actually an allegory of the Soviet Revolution, so when the Bolsheviks came to power after World War I. And I know quite a bit about that time period. I've studied it quite a few times now, so I'm excited to see what George Orwell does with it in terms of, like, it's a revolution at a farm, and then he does it with, like, pigs, which I think is really interesting. So I'm hoping that this will be as good as it sounds. So the final book I have to show you guys today is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling. So this is the third book in the Harry Potter series, and I'm really excited to continue with this series. This is as far as I got when I was 8 and I read them, so I'm hoping I can read number 4 this month too, because then I'll be on ones that I haven't read before. So that's exciting, and I'm really excited to read this one. This movie I have seen a lot of times, and it's one of my favorites of them, so I think the book will be even better, because it always is. But not that the movies aren't awesome, but yeah, I can't give you guys much of a synopsis just because this is obviously the third book, but I'm sure most of you guys have read it anyways, or you've seen the movies. So that is all for my TBR for the Bout of Books 11.0 readathon. Like I said, let me know down below if you're participating, what you're reading, or let me know if you have read any of these, so then you can help me choose which ones I am going to read. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
This must be love.